Should you help strangers? Well, okay, let's talk about that. Now, here it's very common, here where I'm at in Alaska, it's very common that when you see somebody in trouble on the road, meaning the hood is up or changing a tire or something, we stop, especially during winter, because it can be really dangerous, especially in 40, 50 below. That car not running, that person can be in serious trouble. So here in Alaska, we often stop to help strangers. We often do. But here in Alaska, we also carry all the time. And I'm going to tell you something that happened to us. And I want you to comment down in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Should you help strangers or not? So we were going to scout a new area for hunting purposes and whatnot. And halfway, no reception, no nothing. We saw this car with the hood up, and there was an individual in there. And the roads here are 55, 65, and I was in the mountains. So I passed it, and I saw the hood up, and he was like, oh, there's somebody there with the hood up. And this is really early in the morning. So we turned around, and we went back. And when we did, I stopped and I asked the person, hey, is everything okay? And that person was like, oh, I left my lights on and my battery's drained. And I was like, oh, I can help you with that. So I took out my charger, my jumper charger, jumper cable, the thing that I have, the booster thing. I don't know how it's called right now. Anyways, the charger, I think. No, I said that before. Anyways, I took it out and I put it in there, and I started the car. And that person was carrying too. So was I. And one thing in there threw me off. And the interaction was awesome, by the way. The person was very friendly, very polite, very gracious that we stopped, and then because we were like, oh no, we just saw you. We turned around because, just in case you needed assistance, because I didn't know whether or not that person needed to make a phone call, and I had the inReach, the satellite communication device, in case there was an emergency. You never know. But that person was not the typical person that you would deal with. And here's what comes my ignorance on this. And I would say ignorance because I was very confused in here. A beer, not as thick as mine, but a beer. But I saw boobs. I mean, you can tell. I think it was somebody transitioning. I don't know. It was just weird. It made it awkward for me to say man, ma'am, or sir. So I didn't say anything. I left it very open. I'm just saying that way. And again, the interaction was really, really pleasant. I have nothing against anybody, and I will stop at any given time. But it just felt very weird. And in SHTF, I will say this: if you cannot at a glimpse tell that the person is safe for you to approach, how can you do it? So in this case, I was safe because I had my Glock on me, and there's a lot of 10mm rounds saying that I'm gonna be okay. That person was carrying too, so that person was gonna be safe no matter what. So you see, now you have two people with defensive tools, with mutual respect to each other, but these are not SHTF times. These are normal times. In SHTF, would you stop and help a stranger? Here, for us, I think that a lot of people will still do, because there's always that respect for the two. That's what open carry brings. But I don't know where you're at, where it's going to be. What I'm trying to say here is that I couldn't, at first glance, say this person is male or female. I didn't know. I'm being honest with you. I did not know. I was very confused in that area. Everything else was perfectly fine. Person really, really gorgeous. The interaction was really nice, really good. But I was very confused. In an SHTF, I will not allow that confusion. You get what I'm saying? I will be very reluctant. It's really hard to judge a person based on the way they look. It's really hard, and it's profiling. And I understand that. But understand that when SHTF, it hit the fan, it gives very little room for you to take risk. Does that make sense? So I want to hear from y'all. If you see something like that, would you stop? If you see somebody that is shady, for example, just to give you a term, there's somebody that you may not feel that is the safest individual to approach, would you stop? If you see a group of, I don't know, men, with the shirts off and the hood is up, or would you stop? And you are alone. Would you? I'm just throwing it out there as a question for everyone. Should you help strangers, especially during SHTF? I think here in Alaska it's a little different, but I want to hear from y'all, because SHTF is a lot different than normal times. When you stop and you cannot make a assessment in less than 3 seconds because of the way they look, it makes it harder. You get what I'm saying? It makes it harder. And that's where what I said early on, which is awkward in that area. So I don't know. I just want to share that with y'all. Just be mindful that if you decide to leave and something happens, you may have that guilt for the rest of your life. Just be mindful of that, because we have to. I always try to give both sides. You can ignore, and if you see in the news something happen, you will remember that you were the one. You were one of the ones who passed by and didn't stop. But if you stop and put it down in the comment section below. Really hard thing, because the good in you, I guarantee you, is telling you stop and help. The caution in you is saying don't. Which one are you going to listen to? Put it down in the comment section below, y'all. Thank y'all for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one.